And let me share my screen. So can you see my screen? If you are speaking, please unmute and try to stop me in the middle. But if not, you can write your questions on the message box. So here we go. We have today's week 11, which will the last, not the last, but the second last of the training challenge. That means we have gone 11 weeks together. And how was your past weeks? And what's the key takeaway that you have from the past week? Any reflection from past week? Is that good or somehow difficult? What's your experience with week 10 challenge? So silent means it was good. I will take it as it was good. And let me start introducing this week's challenge. And overall, today we will start a new challenge that's a time series for forecasting for portfolio management, which means that you are expected to optimize a price, or you help the company to invest on which stock data, stock investment, and helps them to invest and to be profitable, as well as minimizing the risk. So what's their business need? This Guide Me in Finance Investment Group wants to a financial advisory, and they work on this portfolio management, portfolio optimization using data plus the client's basic need. That means the client wants to be profitable after investing in certain stock, and generally they will consult you in multiple areas, like how can you minimize the risk while optimizing the profitability, how can you maximize your profitability, plus uh, like is there any volatility with respect to your investment, and also they will give you a market insights that which means a periodic forecast that shows you if you buy this stock, uh, you will be more profitable, or if you sell the stock that you have now into this time frame, you will be more profitable than previous. So you will have that opportunity by working with them. So as a financial analyst, how can you say this is more profitable, sell now, buy now, or this is more risky, don't sell? This is not the time to sell your stock. So wait until the times change or the moments change. You will have this kind of advisory. So as a financial advisory company, you will be assigned as a financial analyst who plays a crucial role in interpreting this complex data, financial data into actionable insight. What basically what you are going to do is, as a financial analyst, your objective is to apply this time series forecasting on the financial data that's available from Y Finance and the one that you have used on week one, and you will extract historical data from that stock price, stock market index, and other financial metrics that are listed there. And you will process and develop this financial forecasting model for that, and you try to infer insight from that. So to explain this, what's first we need to explain what does it mean by this portfolio optimization. That means, as I have said earlier, you have a certain goal to reach for a client. For example, uh, you have to plan on the budget that you have for you and for living. So that means you have a goal, like to either to buy a house or um, while living your day-to-day life, plus having a saving for emergency. And you need to optimize that. How much percent of your income is still your constraint because it's a fixed income, and what percent should have to be going to house rents, what percent should have to be going to for day-to-day groceries, and what percent of your income should have to be um, invested on or should have to be saved for uh, buying house, and what how much amount of your money should have to be spent for the vacation or for the holiday. So it is known that uh, somehow you need to balance between the amount of income that you get and the amount or the percentage of you save, and you need to limit your day-to-day spending if you want to save more, or you need to rent a house with small discount. So you will analyze multiple sites and you will reach out, if I save 30% of my income and if I spend 20% of my income to rent and 30% to saving, then um, the rest 50% will be 20% for emergency and 30% for day-to-day grocery. And if you state like that, and if you see a couple of months, how are you doing with this um, spending? That means maybe in some months you have a holiday, so you spend more on groceries by um, uh, using the emergency saving that you have, or some months you have some illness and you have used your emergency, and there are unexpected spikes or under expenses are there. And how can you figure out and balance this to make how can you predict the next the coming year full expense that you will have, like the groceries, the bill, and the insurance, or the saving that you will have. You need to forecast starting based on the few observations that you have now, and you need to also assess the risks. That means sometimes there can be unexpected medical costs can be came, and this price are volatile. Some mm, when you come on September, the card price is 300. Now it's 100. So there are unexpected volatility in that sense. So how can you accommodate that in your financial advisory model? Should have to consider all those risks and assess these risks and optimize the portfolio. That means allocating the budget allocation. That means if the based on the 3 months trends that I have done so far, I can cut my entertainment cost, like for to have coffee or something with friends, and I can cut that one, and I can add to the grocery bills, or I can cut some of the electricity bills. And if I didn't use too much and it's overestimated, I can cut that one and allocate that budget to the saving one. And this allocation is a trade-off between enjoying your current lifestyle and also having uh, a future, somehow, like saving something for the future. So how can I stabilize my future by um, um, while still I am enjoying my current lifestyle, but still I have to balance with that. The the income that I get is not enough to invest at the same time, to have to think for the emergency, to have day-to-day luxury groceries, luxury household items. So that means I need to allocate that one in optimized sense. So those one, those clients that comes to this guide to guide me in finance investment will came to seek this advice from you, like based on these trends, this stock price trend. If you buy this, you'll be profitable more, and it's risk. It have low risk, but um, it doesn't have that much return. So you should have to balance the risk and its return. As I have said earlier, enjoying your lifestyle, which is your return, and the risk is securing your future uh, lifestyle. So how do you do that as a financial analyst? So for that one, we have a data from Y Finance data, and which is a stock price data. And the first one is the Tesla stock price data, which it's a historical stock price data from uh, January 1, 2015 to January 31, 2025. It's all the data is there. You need to extract the data and see, explore more on the data. So the when we came to specifically the data by itself, for let's say Tesla is a high growth stock market because it have a new electronic vehicles and a clean energy solutions. So that means it have high significant investors attention. That means if it have that one, it have high growth and high volatility. Its growth potential is rapid expansion plus with the it can go up and down based on certain things like the market sentiment, the production report, or the regulatory response news. That means if you think of Ethiopia, uh, Tesla is in its Ethiopian stock price, and since at the moment when Ethiopian government says that electric cars are not taxed, so at that moment the stock price will go up because the production for the need for these electrical um, vehicles will be um, their need is high, so that means you have more profit from the high market demand. And also on the other side is the Vanguard total bond market, or which is as exchange traded fund, and it's an exchange traded fund that is uh, a basket of multiple bonds that are from US government in bonds and governmental bonds or corporate bonds or mortgage backed securities. So that means they have stability because most of the time they didn't vary by, they are not less volatile than the other Tesla stock. And it's stable, and since it is diverse, and these bonds are in governmental and corporate and other uh, areas, so that means the risk for this specific bond is small, rather than the Tesla, because Tesla is more volatile, highly volatile than the current one. And the SPY 500 is still, it's an extended trade fund, but uh, it is somehow indexed based on the 500 index. That means you have uh, a largest publicly traded companies are incorporated in this one, and the the board market exposure is also there, and also it have somehow balanced risk, less, it's lower volatile than Tesla, but still it have some kind of risk that it have. And its role in this portfolio sense is like a core holding that provides a balance between the growth and the stability of the market, in making these fundamental components for the diversified investment strategy. So one is more volatile, the other is less volatile, and the other is the spicy one is less moderate volatile. Having this in mind, we are going to explore deep on these three data sets, and once we collect them, we will analyze, and we will do uh, exploratory analysis on them. And the first task is, like, for this is the main objective for you is to gain hands-on experience on how can you interpret this financial data or this stock data toward the customer need. So from that, we have a couple of tasks here. The first task is pre-processing and exploring the data. As usual, you will pre-process, extract this historical data from Y Finance and explore more on them, like cleaning if there is any inconsistency in data, anomalies, missing values, or normalizing. If normalizing these things is necessary, you will do that. And next will be the exploratory analysis. You will explore on the data more in deep, and also what's the observed percentage of volatility, what's the seasonality pattern, and is there any unusual return or unusual risk that can be observed for based on the outlier detection, and what's the pattern, like if it's a holiday season or if it's a government regulatory system, uh, if something needs to be considered, you need to consider in you need to observe that one in your uh, exploration phase. So you will analyze its volatility, and you have at least a key insight what's the time series forecasting means, time series data analysis, understanding, and forecasting. Then the next step is to use this ARIMA or uh, SRIMA or LSTM models for exploring more on the data and for modeling the data based on the exploration that you have performed. You can check this univariant analysis, multivariant analysis using the ARIMA models, and also if there is a seasonality pattern, you would find with the seasonal ARIMA method. And based on that, you can choose a method for any method for forecasting. And also you need to divide the data into, as usual, into training and test set. And for training and optimization, you can have this either um, grid search or AutoArima or PDRima libraries for Python, and you will use this in absolute error or what means square error for reporting your errors there. Then on the task 3, forecasting the future market trend, you have to apply the trend model to predict the future assets. That means uh, what's the future price of in the next 6 to 12 months, and visualize this along with the historical data. That means you have the historical data and you will forecast for the next 12 months, and you plot both the things, and you can interpret the confidence interval that you have to understand the risk and the uncertainty associated with uh, each prediction, and also identifying the potential market opportunity for that one based on the forecast that you have made. If there is expected price increase, or if there is a risk on high volatility or expected decline, so you will point that one on the third task. And on the fourth task, on the portfolio optimization, you will leverage the forecast to build optimized investment portfolio that balance risk and return. So you will build this portfolio in combined with Tesla or the 3 data set that you have extracted previously into a single uh, data, then perform on matrix calculation, compute the annual return for each asset, and also calculate the risks that it have, and the risk and the return that it have, and also optimize the portfolio. Or the optimization process is designing the initial asset weight in the portfolio sense, and also you can use either the Sharpe ratio weight to determine which optimal allocation that meets your investment goal. That means 0.5 for Tesla, I need to take high risk, and 0.3 for bond, I need to take low risk on that sense, and 0.2, I need to take a moderate risk on the SPY index stock. So you will assign and you will optimize, you will build this portfolio by uh, changing the weights. And once that's done, you can create a visualization to show your portfolio performance, and based on the forecasted returns, and summarize what's the expected return, volatility, and the Sharpe ratio adjustment to assess this allocation. So as usual, we will have tutorials there and to explain more on the concepts that are stated here. If you have any question, you are welcome. Gilson. Gilson. ያ ማለት ለአንድ ኢንቨስትመንት ካምፓኒ ፋይናንሻል አድቫይዘሪ ኢንቨስትመንት አድቫይዘሪ ካምፓኒ እናንተ ፋይናንሻል አናሊስት ሆናችሁ ነው የምትገቡት እና ለዛም ደግሞ አናላይዝ የምታደርጉት ፖርትፎሊዮ ነው ኦፕቲማይዝ የምታደርጉት። ያ ማለት አንድን ፖርትፎሊዮ ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? ለአንድ ፕራይስ ኦር ለአንድ ስቶክ የሚሰጥ ፕራይስ ነው። ለምሳሌ ምን አለ ዛሬ ከቤቴ ለመውጣት ኦር ከቤታችሁ ስትወጡ ያላችሁ የዌዘር ኦብዘርቬሽን አለ። ፀሐያማ ይሆናል። ስለዚህ ፀሐያማ ከሆነ ደግሞ ጃንጥላ መያዝ አለባችሁ፣ በቂ ውሃ መያዝ አለባችሁ ምናምን። አት ሴም ታይም ደግሞ ለምሳሌ በእኛ ሲዝን በጋው ሲዝን በሙሉ ፀሐይ ይኖራል፣ ግን ሰምታይምስ አንኤክስፔክትድ ዝናብ ይኖራል which is the risk ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ያለኝ ልብስ ሁሉም ስስ ሆኖ የሆነ ቀን ዝናብ ከዘነበና ያ ዝናብ ካረጠበኝ የለበስኩት ልብስ እንደዛ ከሆነ ሪስኬን በደንብ ሚኒማይዝ አላደረኩም ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ አይዘር ጥላ መያዝ አለብኝ ወር ምናምን ጥላ ከመያዝና ካለመያዝ መኪና ከመያዝና እንትን ከማድረግ ምናምን የሚለውን ኦፕሽኖችን ከማስፋት አንጻር ይሄ ኦፕቲማይዜሽን ቴክኒክ ያስፈልገኛል ማለት ነው። ቅድም እንደተባለው ለምሳሌ ፋይናንስ ስፔሲፊካሊ ፋይናንስን ፕላን ማድረግ ከሆነ በዚህ ወር ደሞዜ ይሄን ያክል ነው። ከደሞዜ 20% ለኢመርጀንሲ ቢገጥመኝ ሜዲካል ኦር ሰምቲንግ ኢመርጀንሲ ቢገጥመኝ የምጠቀመው ነው። 30% ደግሞ ለሴቪንግ ማስቀምጠው ነው። ከዛ ደግሞ የቀረውን 50% ለተለያየ ለቀን ተቀን ኑሮ የምጠቀመው ነው ብዬ አስቤ አንድ መንዛ ሳለፍኩኝ 2 መንዛ ሳለፍኩኝ ግን ስቲል ሴቭ ማደርጋት 30% ኢዝ ኖት ኢነፍ እኔ ለምፈልገው አቺቭ ማድረግ ለምፈልገው ጎል አቺቭ ማድረግ የምፈልገው ጎል ለምሳሌ ቤት መግዛት ሊሆን ይችላል። ስለዚህ ቤት ለመግዛት ያ 30% ኦር በ20 ዓመት ኦር በ30 ዓመት ነው ያንን ቤት ሊያስገዛኝ የሚችለው። እሱን በ50% በደሞዜ የኖርኩኝ 30%ን እየቆጠብኩ በ30 ዓመት መግዛት ነው። አይ እሱን አልፈልግም። ስለዚህ በ30% እየኖርኩኝ 50% ቆጥቤ በ10 ዓመት መግዛት ነው። ከሁለቱ አንዱ ሪስክና ሪተርኔን ባላንስ እያደረኩኝ የምሰራበት ማለት ነው። እሱን ስሰራ ለምሳሌ አሁን እዚህ ጋር የቴስላ ቀርቧል፣ የቦንድ ቀርቧል እና የኤስፒዋይ ኢንዴክስ ያላቸው ዴታዎች ቀርበዋል። ስለዚህ ቴስላ በጣም ሃይ ሪስክ አለው ግን ሃይ ሪተርን፣ ያ ማለት ጥሩ ሪስክ ሲወሰድ ጥሩ ሪተርን ይኖረዋል። አት ሴም ታይም ደግሞ እነኚህ የቦንድ ዴታዎቹ ደግሞ የገቨርንመንት ቦንድ ኦር ኮርፖሬት ቦንድ ዴታዎቹ ደግሞ ሞር ኦር ለስ ስቴብል ናቸው፣ ሌስ ቮላታይል ናቸው። ስለዚህ ይታወቃል የማገኘው ሪተርን እነሱ ላይ ኢንቨስት በማድረግ። ከዛ ደግሞ ኢንዴክስድ የሆኑ ቶፕ 500 ካምፓኒስ ያለበት ደግሞ የኤስፒአይ ኢንዴክስድ ስቶክ አለ። እሱ ስቶክ ላይ ደግሞ ኢንቨስት ሲደረግ ሰምሃው ሞዴሬት ሪስክ አለው፣ ግን ስቲል ሪተርኑ ከቦንዱ የተሻለ ነው። ስለዚህ የትኛው አንድ ሰው መጥቶ የትኛው ላይ ኢንቨስት ላድርግ ቢል በየትኛው ሲዝን በየትኛው ምክንያት ይሄን ያደርጋል፣ የትኛው ላይ ኢንቨስት ማድረግ አለበት፣ ሪስኩን ሚኒማል ሪስክ ወስዶ ሃይ ሪተርን የሚያገኝበት አትሊስት ወይ ደግሞ ሚኒማል ሪስክ ወስዶ ሚኒማል ሪተርን የሚያገኝበት፣ ሃይ ሪስክ ወስዶ ሃይ ሪተርን የሚያገኝበት ኦልሬዲ ነው። ግን ስቲል እሱም ባላንስ ማድረግ እና ያንን ፖርትፎሊዮ ቢልድ አፕ አድርጎ ለዛ ሰውዬ መስጠት ነው። እሱን ለማድረግ ታይም ሲሪየስ አናሊሲስ እንጠቀማለን። ከዛ ደግሞ የእያንዳንዱን ፖርትፎሊዮ ሪተርን ምን ማለት ነው፣ ለምሳሌ ቴስላ ቢገዛ በ20% ያለውን 1 ሚሊዮን ብር ቢኖረው 1 ሚሊዮን ብሩ ሃይ ሪስክ ወስዶ ቴስላ መግዛት የለበትም። ስለዚህ የሆነ ያክል ፐርሰንቱን ሃይ ሪስክ ወዳለው፣ የሆነ ያክል ፐርሰንቱን ደግሞ ሎው ሪስክ ወዳለው፣ የሆነ ያክል ፐርሰንቱን ደግሞ ሞዴሬት ሪስክ ወደሚወስድበት፣ ግን እሱ ፐርሰንቴጅ ስንት መሆን አለበት፣ በስንት ኦፕቲማይዝ መደረግ አለበት፣ ምንድነው ያ ዌይቲንግ ሜካኒዝም የሚለውን በደንብ ለዛ ሰውዬ ክሊርሊ እንዲህ ብታደርግ ይሄ ይሆናል፣ እንዲህ ብታደርግ ይሄ ይሆናል። ስለዚህ በዚህኛው ሴንስ አሁን ኢንቨስት የተደረገው 1 ሚሊዮን ኔክስት 1 ይር ላይ ይሄን ያክል አኑዋል ሪተርን አለው፣ ይሄን ያክል ደግሞ እንትን አለው። ፒውርሊ ሃይ ሪስክ ወስደህ ብታደርገው ይሄን ያክል ሪተርን ታገኛለህ። ሎ ሪስክ ወስደህ ብትሰራ ይሄን ያክል ታገኛለህ። ይሄ ሞዴሬት ሪስክ ወስደህ ደግሞ ብታደርገው ይሄን ያክል ሪተርን ታገኛለህ። አት ዘ ሴም ታይም ደግሞ ይሄን እንደዚህ አንዳንዱ ላይ ኢንቨስት ከምታደርግ ይሄኛውን የተወሰነ ፐርሰንት ከብር ይሄኛውን የተወሰነ ፐርሰንት ይሄኛውን የተወሰነ ፐርሰንት ኢንቨስት ብታደርግ you will get high gain from ካለው ነገር ኢንቨስት ካደረግከው አንጻር ኤክስፔክት የሚደረገው ሪተርን ሃይ ነው፣ ፕላስ ደግሞ ሪስክህን ሚኒማይዝድ ይሆናል የሚለውን ነው የሚወስደው ማለት ነው። ጠቅላላ ሲደረግ ዩዥዋል አፕሮች አለን። ዴታ ሞዴል የምናደርግበት፣ ዴታ ክሊን የምናደርግበት፣ ዴታ ሞዴል የምናደርግበት እና ፎርካስት የምናደርግበት፣ ከዛ እሱ ላይ የፖርትፎሊዮን ኮንሰፕት ጨምረን ምን ማለት ነው እና የትኛውንስ ነው ለምሳሌ ዌይቱ ስንት መሆን አለበት 30%፣ 40%፣ 50% የሚለውን የፖርትፎሊዮ ዌይታችንን አይደንቲፋይ የምናደርግበት ነው ማለት ነው። ያ ማለት ዲሲሽን ሜኪንግን የምናፋጥንበት፣ ሪስክንም ደግሞ በተቻለ አቅም ማኔጅ አድርጎ ለተሻለ ሪተርን መሞከር ነው ማለት ነው። ኦቨርኦል ይሄን ያለው አትሊስት ግልጽ ነው ከየት ጀምራችሁ ምን መቀጠል እንዳለባችሁ። ጥያቄ ካለ ወይ ኮሜንት ቦክስ ላይ ጻፉት ነው። እሺ ስሞን
ክሊር ነው በጣም ኢትስ ቬሪ ክሊር።
ኦኬ ጥሩ በቃ መልካም። ሌላ ጥያቄ ያለው አለ? ከሌለ እዚህ ጋር እናቁመውና ለኔክስት ምን ማድረግ ምንድን ነው? ኤኒ ጥያቄ ካለ ስላክ ላይ ጻፉልኝ። ጥያቄውን አንስትና ምንድን ማለት ዲስከስ ማድረግ እንችላለን። Okay, thank you everyone for joining.
Thank you.